Hey everyone, today was the day, first day of Smolov, and I had a request in my last video to show my warm-up sets. Normally I think they're pretty boring, but so I decided to just throw them in this time. Worked up with doubles just to my first set, and I always try to make my warm-ups feel like I always try to get in the right mindset and treat them like they're a max, just like I would on a normal set. If I can make them go as fast as possible, that's even better. And really just try to explode, especially the second rep. I just put everything I have into coming up as fast as I can. And so I don't spend much of my time warming up these squats themselves. I go upstairs and I warm up. I have it. A lot of people ask me what I do to warm up for my sessions. It's always the same thing. We have an 1/8 mile track upstairs, and I'll walk half a lap, and there's a recumbent bike, and I'll sit down and I will pedal at a medium intensity for about a half mile on that, and then I will finish the rest of the walk. I will roll out my lower and upper back, my hips, my piriformis, my glutes, my quads, my hamstrings, and my shoulders, and then I will stretch my hips a little bit, stretch my legs, and then I will do the arm bike for about 2.5 minutes, alternating pushing forward with both arms, then one arm, then the other arm, then backwards with the same idea, every 30 seconds. And after that, I will come down and just get right into my work. And so I'm not using the actual lift itself as much of a warm-up because my body's already pretty awake and ready for the session. So the only reason I even take weights that are lighter is so that I can get my mind ready and adjust to the weight. So that answers the 2 questions I got from my last video. On to the Smolov squatting. Today I had 405 for 4 sets of 9 on this first day, and they felt pretty awful. I mean, I feel like the reps were still moving pretty well. At no point do I feel like I was going to miss a rep or anything. I'm just, even with the 2 weeks of volume prep going into this, squatting anything more than a set of 3 is going to be a challenge for me. Mentally staying focused and just fighting off the fatigue and the form breakdown as you get more tired in the middle of a set. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing for me in this program, is going to be pushing myself past past my personal comfort zone, because I like doing I don't even like doing triples. I like doing doubles when it comes to squat. Anything more than a double, and I just don't enjoy it as much. And so this is going to be a really tough progression for me, because it goes sets of 9, sets of 7, sets of 5, and then a whole bunch of triples. And so none of those rep ranges are the kind that I would love to work with, but I'm going to make the most of it. And I've made the decision going into this that I'm going to commit fully to trying to run the program as hard as I can, and try to make it through. I have my, anybody who's curious, I have my max squat set up at 578 right now, and I know that's kind of a weird number, but looking at least at the first week, that's where I thought that I would be able to. I haven't done a max single in a long time, and the number that I feel like I'd be able to hit would be about 605, and I decided to take off about a little over 20 pounds for that, and it made the reps, it made the weights a little bit even. I like increments of 5, since I don't have any micro loading that I can do in this gym. As the smallest increment I can do is a 5 pound, and so that's what I have that set at. And this is the last set. A nice gentleman took the bench that I was using to put my camera on, so I had my friend Mitch film this last one for me and keep count, and it was pretty awful. Decided to pause the last rep though, just to show myself that I can do this, and it's not going to be the end of the world. I am running the Smolov Junior benching along with this, and so day 1 is 6x6, and this was a 260 for the weight. Honestly, the benching itself was super easy, but on the second rep there, my hip started cramping from the squatting, and my lower back was still giving me some grief. So yeah, I'm not as concerned about the benching, because generally the weights seem a lot more manageable. I put my 1 rep max in at a 370, and I really just decided with both the squat and the bench, I'd rather start a little too light and say, man, I think I might be able to do a little more towards the end of the program than, holy crap, I was a little overzealous and anticipated myself being better than I am. So this was a tough workout, but I definitely felt like I can keep going. I didn't feel like it was discouraging in any way. After I did my 6 sets at 260 there for the bench press, I came over and did some dip leg raises because I still feel like I have more in me. I am not going to be doing a crazy amount of accessory work for these, but I figure on the day with the only the 4 sets of squat, that's not too incredibly taxing on me, and by the end of the session I was pretty recovered and felt like I could have done a couple more squats if I wanted to. So it didn't knock me out and put me on the floor, so that's a good thing. After that I did some ab wheel rollouts and some of my tricep work supersetted with the face pulls like I've been doing, and felt pretty good. So next session I'm going to be having, I'm just going to leave the numbers up there so I can't lie to anyone else or myself. That's just what I'm going to have to hit, and I'm only allowing myself 3 accessory exercises per session no matter how good I'm feeling. If I'm feeling amazing, I'm still going to limit it to 3, and hopefully it all pays off. The goal for this is to get me a big squat and be consistent with it, and I will talk next in the next video about my nutrition plan going into this, but basically I'm just going to be trying to keep my body weight up and not let it drop a whole lot while this is happening, just so I can make it through. So thank you guys for watching and your continued support, and I will talk to you on Thursday when we have sets of 7. Yippee! Bye.